Welcome to Megabots, and would you believe it? We're halfway through the groups. Doesn't time fly when you're having virtual fun? Crimbot, Ramsey, Daisy Cutter, Chaos 2, Jaws, Spikosaurus, all worthy places. Groups 7 and 8 will be being played tonight. Just to confirm, our first semi-final, Crimbot, Daisy Cutter and Jaws, and look at this, the winner of Group 7 tonight will be up against Crimbot. Over to the second semi-final tonight. Winner in Group 8 will be against Ramsey. It's not a good draw, is it? Here's the runner-up place pool. This is how it's looking. Razor out. Tonight, Group 7. The veteran is Pussycat. Panzer, Massacre and Static have come 4th place 3 times in the past. It's a great machine. I'm sure you'll see more of it in a minute. Over to Group 8. Now, Jolly Roger is the veteran here. It's never failed to reach a semi-final, of course, playing behind closed doors. Road Rage also wants to look out for Hades as well. Let's start the fun. Our first fight, Pussycat versus Panzer. Here is Pussycat. Cat with 9 lives, we'll soon see, with that deadly saw. And Panzer, another tracked robot, not many, with front spikes.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Pussycat to the left. 2 minutes of fight. Now what can we see happening? A clear win, ideal for any first round battle of a group stage. By this rate, we'll be here until the next heat, seeing who's going to win this fight. Not the quickest of robots. Panzer, one of the slowest robots you'll see in Heat 4, if not the whole tournament. And Pussycat. Don't make any plans for the weekend. Well, Panzer's definitely winning. That's it, get Kilowatt in. There we go. Some more action. The Panzer's managed to get tangled in with Sir Kilowatt. And Pussycat is on its side. Now, it's not built up the momentum, really, to land on its wheels. I think that's classed as immobilised. I don't think Pussycat can move. It's now on the flame pit.
Cease.
That's probably one of the worst fights I've ever seen. Well, Panzer, they will be getting the full 3 points. Confirmed there. I don't know how they had. No idea how that happened. Well, Panzer lead the way. Pussycat's not good at all there. Not good. Here's Massacre with the flywheel and lifter. Looks really powerful, but the one to look out for is Static with 2 flywheels.
3, 2, 1, activate.
And as I've said before, Static, this is the beauty of this machine. It's the opposite of being static. It's a very good concept, it's a very good idea. All it does, it's more like a defensive robot. It waits for its prey to attack, and Massacre is taking the bait. Static, spinning around. What a weapon this is. Now the problem is with Static is that one of those flywheels actually comes off, it loses its balance and it basically loses its manoeuvrability. So all about the balance and the weight and the stabilisation of those 2 weapons to work simultaneously together to basically win the match. It's as simple as that. Simple design, yes. Static, one of the best robots in the tournament, personally. 2 flywheels, of course. Now, the only problem with Static is that it cannot self-right. It is against a flipper, but the primary weapon of Massacre is that flywheel. So flywheel against flywheel. Who is going to win? No idea. But Static is the favourite after Pussycat. Certainly based on tournaments gone by. Behind closed doors, Static a firm favourite. Massacre in a bit of trouble now then. Can Massacre flip? Static, no, Static doing all of the work here as it comes in for another drive, another charge. dangerously skirting Kilolot's corner. Now then, only unintentionally came out there. Static, very lucky, I think, for Kilolot to actually attack Massacre as the pit descends. As you can see, ooh, it has gone in. What a win! Static, 3 points. What a performance it was. Static pushing Massacre in the pit, and that's how we leave Group 7. 2 clear wins there, Panzer and Static, top of the group. To Heat 8 now, into Group 8 should I say. We've got Jolly Roger first versus Reptiron. Jolly Roger, the favourite for the group, even though hasn't really shown what it can do publicly yet. Here it is. Very odd shape and design. It's got a saw at the back. And Reptiron with the flywheel and axe. A variety of weaponry. Let's see how they do.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Jolly Roger waving the Jolly Roger flag there, the skull and crossbone flag on top with a spike at the front. Now the way that Jolly Roger's designed, it's put on a stream egg. Oh! That allows it to self-right, I was going to say. It looks to me like Reptiron is in a bit of trouble. Been flipped over somehow. I didn't quite work out how that happened. Mechanics of the engine, maybe? I don't know. But it's certainly overturned now then. Jolly Roger here on the verge of a win. Yes! Oh, it's too late for Reptiron to self-right. Jolly Roger win the 3 points.
Cease.
Well, I don't know how. Great to see them spinning there. Poor Reptiron. Don't really think knew what hit it. Well, 3 points being given all around at the moment. Can we make it a 4th? It's Hades against Road Rage. Road Rage here will have start as the experienced, but Hades has the flipper and spinning blade. Looks like a lawnmower blade at the back there. And Road Rage the heaviest here with the flamethrower and flywheel. Bit uneasy though, bit unstable and sturdy.
1, activate.
Because we'll now see, and apologies for the flickering, more technical issues with the camera. More like technical issues with the game itself, but there we go. It's another story for another day. This is Road Rage. It's very fast, basically getting its idea that you're basically controlling a robot out of control. You're in a bit of a rage, hence Road Rage, and it's using the flywheel with the flamethrower to flip Hades up and over. Now Hades can self-right from that position, well, so they tell us. They should be able to self-right there. Well, I say they should be able to. Oh! Road Rage in a spotter bother won't make a difference. I said they should be able to self-right. I don't think they can with the spike at the front, you know. I don't think they can. No, Shunt sensed immobilization. That's another clear win here. Well, we've got points galore here for 4 of our robots now for this heat. Have 3 points each. The other 4 have 0. There's so much catching up to do here. Oh dear me.
Cease.
Road Rage, as Cease is called, will join Jolly Roger on 3 points. Well, we will return to the group shortly. But now we go over to our special event. It's the Ultimate Challenge. This time we have Mortis in the ring against Dead Metal. Can they beat Thor's 90-second survival? Firestorm could have done better. As we now enter the arena for Mortis's turn.
Activate.
Just survive. That is all we are looking for here. Just survive. You don't even have to attack Dead Metal. Just stay in the ring for as long as you can. In the arena, that is, for as long as you can. Dead Metal now, the blade, spinning around. Mortis, fancied really for this tournament because it has, well, both a lifter and an axe. So really the weaponry is there. The problem really with Mortis, it's not the quickest. Dead Metal will take advantage and is doing with those claws. Those claws are a nuisance. Oh, nearly! Wouldn't that have been spectacular? A house robot out of the arena. as Dead Metal begins to shred its skin. Its dead spikes and the metal shredding, and so is Mortis though, mind you. Doing well though to hang in on them. They've not lost a weapon. Hang in there. They're doing really well here. Dead Metal can't actually get to Mortis in that position. The claws there hanging on. And a slam against the arena wall. Mortis up against it now. Ah, off goes the axe. It's still got the flipper, so could potentially flip Dead Metal up onto its belly. Ever seen a lobster turn over and have its tummy tickled? I don't think so. Dead Metal, if anything, Dead Metal's got anything to do about it. Mortis upended here as they're in that CPZ now. Doing well though. I think 90 seconds must be up by now, so I think they will have survived. I don't know.
Cease.
Well, yes, Cease is called. That's a great performance from Mortis. They may not have defeated Dead Metal. Well, they're carrying on play. It won't count. But they will go to the top of the leaderboard with Thor, a 90-second window, a 90-second target now for the rest of our robots. That's fantastic. More next time. Back to Group 7, though. We next have Pussycat versus Static in the arena. Pussycat need the win here. Static way ahead now with 3 points. A lot of catching up to do here for the veteran.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
The thing is, though, all that Static need to do is start spinning both the discs and the machine itself, spinning as a body. It's basically 3 weapons, Static. You've got the 2 flywheels and the actual robot itself. When it starts spinning like that, is the 3rd weapon. It's such a good design, and you can tell why it did so well back in the day. Like I said, it's got through to a couple of grand finals. It's never actually won a tournament, but it's come very close. And look, Pussycat here. What on earth? You are letting the team down with the experience. When we say that you're experienced, Pussycat, we do mean that. You're just not performing at all. Your armour's shredded and Static has taken advantage here. Well, I'm going to hand it to Static. I mean, Pussycat here. The mechanics, really, of Pussycat in this game are horrendous. Really bad. Now, Static, as you can see here, has actually lost a weapon, and because it's lost the weapon, this is what I was talking about in the last fight. It kind of gets to the point where it's unbalanced and upended, and it loses all drive and manoeuvrability, and this is the effect you can see here. So I'm glad, well, I'm not glad, but I'm glad that you've seen how it affects Static's movement here in the arena. Now this could be an interesting turnaround here. Oh, and all of a sudden, it's quiet. Pussycat on its side again. It should be able to get from there. I mean, usually in the real world it would. Not in this tournament. As it comes around again, it's on its side. All Static needs to do now is leave Pussycat as it is. Well, we're hearing the pit opening up, so an extra obstacle now in the arena. Static is dangerously close to that pit. Flung just on the skirting the red warning zone of Shunt's corner. He's been very kind there, is Shunt, not coming out to attack. Instead, attack Static, but no, it's not enough. Pussycat immobilised. Shunt coming in for the kill, and that's another defeat there from Pussycat. Static will rise to 6 points. Well, Pussycat cannot qualify, unfortunately, for the semi-finals. It is between the other 3. Now it's Panzer and Massacre.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Well, that is a shame, and just like Thor, we could be losing another veteran very early on in the tournament here. What an attack this is, though, from Massacre. Well, Panzer was asking for that. It's very slow, it has no self-righting mechanism. Did incredibly well to get 3 points last time, defeating Pussycat. And at the moment here, Massacre on the way to another 3 points. We've not had a judge's decision as of yet. This is interesting. 3 points will be awarded if Massacre can just hang on for another 10 seconds or so. Basically count Panzer down as immobilised. Bash will be looking onto the flipper again. Look at this. Bash has sensed Panzer immobilised for longer than 30 seconds, which means Massacre will win the 3 points. That's a shame, but well done to Massacre, who now come onto the leaderboard. Interesting group there. It's between Panzer, Massacre and Static for the top spot. Let's move now back to Group 8. An interesting fight coming up. It's between the top 2, Jolly Roger and Road Rage. Whoever wins this will be on top of the group.
2, 1, activate.
Now then, what can we see develop here? Road Rage doesn't have a stream mech, is the fastest and more manoeuvrable, but Jolly Roger the more controlled and can self-right, and for me has the more devastating weapon of the two, that rear circular saw, which I don't really tend to use, but why would you when you've got a good design? You just use the wedge as a weapon itself. The thing is with Road Rage, it's... Oh! Well, I was just going to say, the thing is with Road Rage is that it lacks self-control because it's always in some sort of rage, and it's just proved my point. Matilda now coming into play, skirting that CPZ. Oh, well, they've got... Well, they've been incredibly lucky there. They're back on their wheels. I don't know how. Little help from Matilda, I have to say, but Jolly Roger not taking kindly to that. Now they've lost their rear spikes as well. Road Rage not as manoeuvrable now with, like I said, the balance of the flywheel. So we'll see now. It can use its flamethrower. Not really doing too much damage. It's definitely lost the manoeuvrability and the power to speed up and outmaneuver Jolly Roger. Jolly Roger skirting the corner patrol zone. In comes Shunt now. This isn't the best control from Jolly Roger, I have to say, although it has kept its armour. Very tough titanium armour on Jolly... Oh, shouldn't have opened my mouth. Off comes half its armour and the pit's descending once again in the arena. Can Jolly Roger here? No. I was going to say push Road Rage into the pit. Instead, it's gone the other way towards the kill lot. We are going down to the judges' vote here. I think this will go to...
Cease.
Well, Jolly Roger, I think, will get that because, of course, Road Rage spent a lot of the time in Matilda's corner upended as they ended in Bash's zone. The judges have voted for Jolly Roger. Well, look at Reptiron and Hades. They're going to have to do some now to match these numbers.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Well, you can safely say whoever loses this fight will be out and won't be able to qualify for the semi-finals. All to play for then. Reptiron, if you win, your chances are safe. You've got the opportunity to fight on. The loser won't. Very odd group, isn't it? It's great. You just never know. I mean, the unpredictability of these these group battles are great. That's what makes the tournament, the virtual tournament. Hades now, the wedge shape, the bi-wedge shape, should I say, really, as it comes in. Reptiron here in all sorts of trouble. It's lost its weapon, its axe. Hades, I think, could have done better here. More experience than Reptiron. You wouldn't believe it, would you? Now Reptiron is using the rear flywheel to try to do some damage. It's not revving up at the moment, is it? A bit wobbly all over the place. To and froing, really. Reptiron, yeah, very unstable, isn't it? Again in towards Bash's corner. There's Hades. Ooh, now! Oh, they're both upended here. Who on earth was flipped over first? Bash did all the work there.
Cease.
Oh, well. Cease has been called, and I believe we're now going to see who was flipped over first. Now, because we're going to a judge's decision, it means 2 points here will be awarded. Now, look at this. Who was flipped over first? Oh, I think Hades was. I think Reptiron just about survived that. All be confirmed, but whoever wins this will get the 2 points. Yeah, it was Reptiron, I did think so. Hades cannot qualify for the semi-finals. Let's go back over now to our last 2 fights of the group. It's Panzer now versus Static. This is going to be interesting. Static, if they win this, they'll definitely qualify. If Panzer win this, they too could qualify. Now if Panzer get 3 points here and then Massacre get another 3 points by winning against Pussycat next, we'll have 3 robots on 6 points. This is going to be interesting. Can't see that happening for Panzer though. Oh, just look at this already. Already shredding the armour here of Panzer. Look at this shove from Static. What a robot. Oh, now the arena goes Panzer.
Cease.
That's a first. Wasn't even a flipper. Oh, you've got to love it. Well, Static get the full available 9 points on offer for a group stage battle. Panzer on 3. Now it depends here what will happen with Massacre and Pussycat.
1. Activate.
Because like I said, if Massacre wins this, they'll end on 6 and will join Static. Of course, they'll be coming second though. And like I said, Pussycat cannot qualify. Well, I say that. I mean, they need 3 points for the win to join with both Massacre and Panzer for 3 points. I can't see that happening. If Pussycat do win the 3 points, 3 robots will be on 3 points. This will be interesting to see. I just do not know what Pussycat is doing. It's drunk, glitch, back control. I don't know. Panzer, I can't even concentrate at the moment. Massacre, it's all a bit of a blur, a bit of a blaze of glory here for Massacre, because Sergeant Bass is certainly doing the blazing bit, and that blaze now torching poor Pussycat, who is completely naked. Oh dear me. Who invited Pussycat to this tournament? What a disappointment. Just cannot rely on it to do anything worthy of a performance, of a show. 9 lives, you barely get 9 points. Spins around. Massacre now. A little bit cagey here, isn't it? What can Massacre do? I think they're just trying to work out just what Pussycat are trying to do here. Well, I mean, just around we go. That's it. Should be called Kitty, really. It's not worthy of a Pussycat. The pit's descended. It gets shoved Pussycat in. It's a disgrace. Never. That's it! Well, nearly. Yep, there we go. Well, I don't think we'll ever be seeing Pussycat in this arena again. Let's just confirm. Massacre get the 3 points. Pussycat end on none. Static, though, win the group. Finally, so look at that. 9 points to 0. Massacre will come second, but let's just confirm there. Look, Group 7 winner is Static. Well, look at that. They'll be up against Crimbot in the first round of the semi-finals. Looking good, but this means, of course, now that Massacre join Blue and Real Thor on 6 points. Ooh. Interesting developments in the pool. We now go to our last 2 fights of Group 8. It's Reptiron and Road Rage. Road Rage win a clear win here to go top of the group.
2, 1, activate.
Now, if Reptiron get a clear win here, they'll go up to 5 points and equal to Jolly Roger. So this could work out well for Reptiron, you know, if they get a clear win here. All to play for. Of course, we'll see Jolly Roger up against Hades next. If Jolly Roger wins that, clearly they'll end up on 8 points. This could be very interesting here for the pool situation. Because, oh, that's a great slam, and right it again. And like I said, the pool situation is that The runner-up, I think, from this group will have a lot more points than we've seen so far. This could end badly for some of the robots on 5 points in the pool. But all will be confirmed, I'm sure, after these last 2 fights. And at the moment, I think Road Rage will be getting the 3 points here. So good. The power of Road Rage. It really is. Robot Rage. Never mind Road Rage. Reptiron again. They're doing well here, self-righting so many times. Slamming in. Spinning around. Ooh, is that control? I don't think it is. It's not control aggression at all. Aggression at all, should I say. Matilda now coming out into play. Another flip. No, you see, Reptiron here now has been flipped again. For a 3rd, 4th, 5th time. I don't know. Ooh, Road Rage has got caught in with Matilda, and in doing so has paid the ultimate price. Well, you go into a CPZ, the house robots will attack, and that is just what has happened to Road Rage, who don't have a stream mech. However, they will get 3 points unless Reptiron can self-right. I don't think so. No! Cease has been called. Unfortunately for Reptiron, and, well, they do not qualify after 3 fights. Road Rage shoot up to 7. Now, if Jolly Roger win this, they'll end on 8. But Hades cannot qualify now.
3, 2, 1, activate.
It's sad, really, because unfortunately, even if Hades do get the full 3 points, they still won't qualify. Unfortunate, really. I think we've not really seen the potential that Hades could potentially have to offer here. Not seen that back sort of lawnmower blade come into use either. Now then, Jolly Roger. More of a Shremek, not a flipper, that front arm. It's lost its spike, it's sore at the back. Jolly Roger representing the Jolly Roger flag, the skull and crossbones, the pirate flag that comes in now. It's a good shove there. What on earth is going on here? All of a sudden there, Jolly Roger lost its spike in armour, but it doesn't matter because Hades is up and over and cannot self-right from that position. Well, say it can't self-right, you never know. Jolly Roger now having a bit of fun, I think, with the floor flipper. Not really worked. Not really seen the floor flipper flip its full potential today. Having said that, Jolly Roger have won the fight. Matilda comes in. That's a great victory. Jolly Roger will get the full 3 points. Bye-bye, Hades.
Cease.
Wow, then how is this going to shape up both the group and the semi-final stage? Let's just confirm there that Jolly Roger end with 8. So they'll go straight through to the second semi-finals. Group 8 winner here will be up against... Look at this, Ramsey. Oh, that is shaping up to be one heck of a semi-final. Now, this is going to be interesting. Road Rage has ended on 7 points, which means Mortis, Terahertz and Beast are out. Look at the big change here because they cannot get higher. We've got 3 robots with 6 points already, so it's completely changed the pool there. Road Rage on 7. But tonight's winner, Static with the 2 discs, fantastic robot, and Jolly Roger. Good night.